Good morning and welcome to the Wednesday morning meditation. I'm on the road with the Queen's Caravan Spiritual Walkabout Tour, and I'm here in the spiritual mecca of Sedona, Arizona. Similar to Mount Shasta and other very special places, when you drive in, you can just feel your heart opens and readjusts. It's something about the geophysical place on the map, a vortex. People can't quite describe it, but it actually is measurable. It's measurable. So here I am, and I thought how perfect that I would just have this skylight coming through with a beautiful painting by Daniel Holman. And this will hold the theme of what I plan to talk about today, which is not your usual talk and it's not your usual meditation. And these are not usual times. These are very unusual, unprecedented, and in many ways unseen. When I say unseen, it's because we haven't created the next phase for our existence here on earth in a way um, that we absolutely could be doing that. And so we need way showers. We need people who are living in such a way that here's the consensus reality. We all believe this is how we live, this is how we should be. And right now, some people are popping through that. They actually are accessing a greater amount of light and information and knowing and seeing. So it sounds crazy, but it's true. And if you are listening to this, perhaps you're one of the ones who is feeling, it's not so much our mind, our heart is like this fractalating prism that allows us, when we are still and we forget how people tell us life is, or when we forget how we have lived life and make our assumptions and still continue to have the same fears and trajectories. But when we turn that facet into complete connection with higher potentialities and higher pictures and connect with the 0 points of other awakening humans accessing and seeing and allowing themselves to imagine magic, new ways to live, conjuring in a positive way, reimagining vibrationally in very high vibrational states to manage, orient, and bring a new domination to earth of the glory and light, a potential of goodness, benevolence, peace, and harmony to reign. So the Queen's Caravan, I've had about 8 events now, and we sit in the circle, and the goal is that we achieve this state of undefended peace and love and the sense of place, to be present in a place that feels safe, feel free, and you look around and you say, these are my people. That begs the question of why do I live my life outside of that zone of feeling? I do believe that the minute we're born on this earth, we are seeking that feeling of oneness and safety. So, is it possible to pop through this consensus reality and to stand, here's where this is perfect, this skylight, to stand and hold light in such a way that we are still here in our human bodies, But we are operating from the interdimensional higher realms where the truth, connection, the feeling of grace and safety are a given. I met a lot of people recently who've said, I feel like I'm done here. I'm so tired, I don't fit in. I just keep thinking, what's the point? And I said, however, you're defining yourself and knowing that you truly do have beyond human gifts to see, to know, to heal, to understand, and to see little pieces of the future. And they say, yes. And I say, well, what if you could walk among humans as an enlightened one and you didn't have to die? Think about it. That's been your goal the minute you stepped on your spiritual path, to have a sense of presence. And that presence is a very advanced stage on the spiritual path. It's omniscience, omnipresence. When you get into the higher realms of vibration over 1,000 hertz and on up, you have a sense of presence, omnipresence. Because the grid, the highway that your teachers, even in college, you didn't learn about, and God forbid, the priests and ministers weren't going to tell you. You have a grid of 0 points everywhere, which scientists now are seeing. They don't quite get it, but spiritual beings have been aligning with the 0 points, with their own biofield 0 points, and being able to be present everywhere all at once. And then to be omniscient, to know, to reside in the throne of wisdom, to be godlike. We are God's children. We have God's gifts. And they are now unfolding for the light workers in such a way that it's almost as if they're saying, I'm feeling so much full of light and knowing I don't fit in this world at all. Well, you're not supposed to fit in and be cozy with the third dimension, which is fear-based. It's time to get over that gnawing perception that I'm different and I'll never fit in and I'll never find it. The goal is to hold a very high vibration, and then other beings of high vibration can see you. People can only see you at the vibration they vibrate at. So if you are going beyond this consensus reality, how many other beings are hanging out there? Some bored saying, I'm done here, what am I doing? They're waiting for you to have fun with, to play with, to dance with, to build with, to live with, and to get the show on the road for building peaceful communities where people sit in circle and eat and enjoy life all the time. It's that feeling. It's that fleeting feeling, elusive feeling that we've been seeking. And thank God we don't stop in regular houses, regular society, or some sort of love bond with some emotional guy. No, we are here to seek and seek and seek until we're, some of us, exhausted. But it's only one solid landing on a 0 point away for the full glow of the high vibration experience where you need nothing. And at that point, you meet all the other people who need nothing from you to take, to trigger, to connect with, to trauma bond, whatever. You're free. Free beings is the answer for humans residing on Earth. So if you're listening to this, you're getting very close, or you're experiencing breakthroughs of freedom, and you think, well, I'm really weird now. I don't belong anywhere. Thank goodness. Thank Godness. Thank Goddess. Thank God. Take a deep breath and feel in your heart. Try this on if this is the truth. If I can have extended times of elated, high vibrational, expanded states, can I accept this as my true reality and self? And can I open my eyes and let others see me and begin to co-create circles, homes, and environments that are heavenly on earth and fear-free? Let's take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. Many of us are finding that our longest, deepest, oldest issue or ouchie, we save the best for the last, is starting to dissolve. Something that defined you, kept you so anchored in that physical body, distress, patterns, and habits. Allow that to begin to move and to show itself. It's just grains of sand that are stuck onto your biofield, irritants that get agitated when any similar vibration comes in to challenge it. Let that come up now. And imagine that this bright sun, like this beautiful artwork by Daniel Holman, is now radiating in, identifying, and enveloping with complete love an intention for freedom. And these grains of sand, which have been irritants, are melting. They are melting in your liver. The grains of anger that it took so long, the confusion. The grains in your lungs of sadness, grief, not belonging, loss. Let them melt away. They are part of the weight of being human that was part of your journey that is no longer needed. A weightlessness, a sense of levity and freedom and spaciousness is now occurring in every cell, every organ, in your bones, in your brain, and in your spine. We ask and intend that as we open our crown chakra, that we ask and intend and allow for a beautiful cleaning swish of pure vibrational light from source is allowed in for a very gentle, final, full cleaning and clearing. Going so deep, infinitely, into the finite, infinite places of your physical and interdimensional nature. And as it sweeps, it allows for a new fusion of your truly grounded, fear-free, living in grace being self is now moving into your physical body. So all is one. All is comfortable. All is now seen and monitored in such a way that is loving rather than judging, shaming, condemning, as we have done for so many decades. So we are allowing and accepting this anointing of our grace, the grace that we are, the grace that we flow, that we exude, the grace of our beingness, and an acceptance of our unusualness. However, a beautiful intention to use our inner eyes to see others choosing this realm and speaking to them and supporting them in a way that they do not give up. They are light beings in a swath of earth chaos, and you can tell them the walk together is occurring now, to be in circles, to end the pain on earth. And you are choosing to do that for yourself in this moment. You are choosing this golden light, the reassurance that the best has not even shown itself or begun. Though from the human realm, things look perhaps not perfect, unfinished, right around the corner with your like-minded souls, your tribes, the greatest creations, joyful living, the bountiful existence on earth as she caresses and honors those who live on her with respect and grace once again. It's just around the corner. So we accept living in the middle, and we accept we can't fix it, what is behind us, and we accept that we are searching for the people to co-create the places of the new way of living on earth. And this is what you came for. This is what you're built for. And now you know the exact status of the assignment. We're right in the middle. So blessed be on these unusual times. We're here because our souls are courageous, we are resilient, we are flexible, we are out-of-the-box thinkers, and of course, we want what we are imagining everybody else on earth has if they're happy, but they have a different formula, a different book, they have a different operations manual. We are here to live as enlightened beings, carriers of truth, beauty, love, goodness, omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. Good for all and harm to none. That last spiritual step on your path, there's 70. There's 10 steps for each of those principles. The last step is omnipotence. It's the golden baton of the ability to recreate realities to divine order. And we can do that better together, wherever two or more are gathered with this laser-like focus, knowing the general plan, not service to self, but service to others. The omnipotent laser focus of recreating reality for the divine will, not thy will, is a given. This is the inner circle, the inner team. This is my focus. Let's take a nice breath and be thankful for this remembrance, this little pep talk, which I need myself sometimes. However, Caroline Corey is putting out movies. What does she call it? Superhumans. It's just people who have accessed their super sensibilities by going into high vibrational states to remote view, to go on the grid, translocate, to access information, to shift reality, to change their physical body. All of this is within our potential realm. This is the area that we work with by using the simple vibrational tools of Be the Light every Wednesday morning. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that I've broken down some of the mystery of the great mystery schools of spiritual journey. I'm Jan Jorgensen at soundandlighthealingarts.com.